Traders, good morning, and welcome to another live trading webinar. It's always an honor and pleasure to have you live with me here. So we're about to get started, and as usual, we start with our risk warning. Risk warning, let me find. Okay, cool. So, good morning, Anil. Anil said Bank of England rate rise by 25 basis points expected and priced in. Of course, my trade on DAX yesterday reached target. Well done, as did the pound US dollar. Congratulations, Anil. Today you're going with a buy order, last month high. Perfect. You're looking to buy the DAX. Emo Giol, good morning. Theo, good morning. Anil, pending order buy on DAX. Vladimir, good morning, my friend. So, Mladen, Larry, F. Mubuga, how do I get on YouTube? I will share the link with you guys, but really it's exactly the same thing. If you're watching through the Zoom or through the YouTube live, really doesn't matter. But anyway, I will share the link of the YouTube channel in a while. So let's start, and as usual, let's make it clear that this content is for general information only and is not intended to provide any trading or investment advice or any kind of personal recommendation, and simply any way I do look the market and any trades I initiated, it's based on the way I read the market, based on the way I trade for all these years, and that's what I just show you. If you find that the trades I will initiate are appropriate, later on we're going to trade the DAX and the gold, feel free to take them on your accounts. But if you think that it's not appropriate for you, just don't take them. So, you know about the weekly fundamental analysis in the format of podcast. You can find it on the website that I will also share the link with you. And if you haven't downloaded the mobile application yet, please make sure you do that. So, and we are ready to change the screen. How is trading, guys? Please, except from Anil, if anyone else wants to share any trading ideas or any trading experience from yesterday or early today, please let me know. So, economic calendar for today, and of course, the focus will be on the pound. Bank of England is about to raise their rates by 25 basis points, and relatively strong Great British pound in the last few weeks. If this one's gonna play out the way we see it on the forecast, and the actual will confirm the forecast, or if by any surprise they're gonna increase the rates by more than 25 basis points, of course the pound is gonna skyrocket. All right, so that's pretty much the most important news for today. Early this morning, we had the inflation rate in China from 0.7%. Forecast was to drop by 0.3%. That's a kind of significant drop, but the actual was 0.1%. And as I always explain you, it's great for consumers if they're going to experience some cheaper price on the goods and services, but for the currency, it has a tendency to weaken the currency. So, very quickly to share the YouTube link with you. If you want to go live on the YouTube, or if you haven't subscribed and and like the video on the YouTube channel, please make sure you do that. So before we go to the premium analytic portal, guys, on the analytics weekly trading podcast, and you're going to find all the podcasts here. You can scroll down and just simply download it from your favorable application. Here is the link, and we are ready to read the today's top headlines and go straight to the charts. So Biden, Republicans digging on debt ceiling. The West needs Russia to power its nuclear comeback. China seeks to pry Europe away from Washington. Israel-Palestinian militants trade fire and warn of longer battle. Google says search enters new era with conversational AI features, and that was the last one. So let's move on and bring the MetaTrader platform. Okay, here we are. As per your request, I changed the background to white with white candles showing the bullish candles in the market. So buyers with white and sellers with black. Guys, please confirm that you are okay with this. If you're happy to keep watching a white background instead of a black background, the candles, if everything is fine, please let me know. If it's not blurry, if it's not, if you see the pointer where I move the arrow, please let me know if everything is fine. Okay, it's the same Laden, Rudolph, best setting, white background is better from going. It's an improvement for Larry. Laden, it's the same, okay? Anyway, so let's start our market analysis with the pound US dollar. Pound US dollar. So this is the daily chart. If you can, as you can see, the market makes these higher highs and higher lows. We pointed this area of inside support. And again, for new traders here, what is an inside support? Inside support is when we look at the left of the highest point of the candle and we don't see any interaction. And we look on the right, and the one candle on the right is lower than the high of this candle. So that's a strong, strong support. And we would like to see violation only once, not twice or three times. So the violation came at this point here. The market didn't really follow through and bounce upward. Therefore, we can say there is some kind of weakness in the market. Now, what I will do today, I will go a bit aggressive on the pound, because if really the market will, if the pound is going to get strengthened, I would like to have a buy position here, because currently I'm holding a sell position on the pound Kiwi as we initiated yesterday. So what am I going to do today? As the price, let me zoom in a little bit and I'll show you. As the price already took the last day's low or the previous candle's low, it means there is a high possibility of a false breakout. Why? Because the trend is up. And what I will like to do is I find the close of the previous candle, and that's the area I point here. I will go right click and I will place a buy stop order at that area. At that point, a buy stop order. Why? Because maybe a false breakout, it's gonna initiate some bullishness in the market. Now, if it's not gonna get filled, I will definitely cancel the order. But if it's gonna get filled and we're gonna see a move to the upside, I will leave the order. My stop loss, it's gonna be very tight stop loss, and it's gonna go just 25 pips. So stop loss to go somewhere 25 pips, and it's somewhere here. And actually it's now that's 30 pips. 25, it's a little bit higher. And I will put a take profit 50 pips at this high here. So I will modify the order, and for take profit we go to 1.2675 something, 1.2675 something, modify, and that's our profit target. Let me read some comments. Anil, white background, yes, change the candle to green and red. Rumen, well, better, this is even better. From Diaries. Rumen, good morning. Mogiol, black and white, prehistoric, before color was invented. Okay, that's awesome. That's a good observation. What I think bullish candle should be red, so it will be more clear. You mean bearish candle? Rumen, come on, leave the man do his job, please. Guys, I tried to satisfy everyone's request here, but okay, I will try to do them on red and green, no problem at all. But please, not on this webinar. Let's just go through the markets. So that's the way I will play this. And I'm going to set up, if you don't know how to set up the expiration, because this is a daily chart, I would like to be cancel if I don't get filled on the trade. So here it is. We find the today's day and the time. It's going to be why doesn't allow us to do that? So today, okay, it doesn't do us, it doesn't let us do that. Anyway, I will move on. I will show you another example. Next one, Euro US dollar, really very mixed picture here. The market came from this ascending triangle and it broke to the downside. I was bullish. I got stopped out at this point here. So the pattern, it's not really valid. We have strong divergences, bearish divergences or negative divergences or all the indicators, and this is a bearish bias. However, in our analysis, we do have this point of resistance that is here. We do have this support. Market is currently at this support. Next level of support, it's somewhere, I would rather take this one as the relevant. So if the price will break below this level of support, I will be looking to sell until this point here. Now, here is the deal. There are many occasions the market just shoot to the downside without any signs of retracement. What do we do in these occasions? We absolutely do nothing. We just move on when we find clarity on the next currency pair. Okay, it doesn't mean, and I understand there are many traders, they feel struggling we are waiting for some setups to appear, but really at some point they just don't give us the criteria we need to enter the market. And remember, we cannot react to the price. We have to act on our trading plan. If we try to react on the price move, we're going to end up I'm not going to say we're going to blow up our accounts, because it's going to be the end result. But what it's going to harm our psychology and our mindset. And that's going to lead to the account blowing. All right. So to protect ourselves and to stay for a long time in the game, we must understand there are times we are waiting for the setup to appear. The price come to us, but in a way, it doesn't give us an entry point, and that's okay. We're going to just move on. Next, it's the Australian dollar, US dollar. Here it's the area of resistance, and then here is the area of support. The market is struggling to fight from this area to the upside, and most likely we're going to have some selling pressure coming in the market. Now, I don't see any price action pattern I would like to see on the daily chart to allow me to enter this market. And because I don't usually trade, at least for now, on the 4-hour charts, I don't monitor the price action on the 4-hour every 4 hours. So I cannot trade based on my commitment, the 4-hour chart. But if your time allows you to trade the 4-hour chart, and if it's something you would like to do, by all means, it's one of the best also time frames to do. On the 4-hour charts, though, for those who trade the 4-hour chart, we are in the development of this. Let me use a trend line. Just bear with me. I'll use a trend line better. We are in the development of this head and shoulder reversal pattern. And where, if we're going to break to if the price breaks to the downside, where is the 70 pips from the break point? And it's going to be somewhere here, the target. The target is going to be this area here. So if you guys are trading head and shoulder patterns, on the break of this neckline, we will be looking to target this area. You can mark it on your charts. Kiwi US dollar price retested this resistance yesterday with a nice bullish engulfing pattern, but look at the weakness of the price to close above this high point, and that means that most likely we're going to see some retracement. Some comments, guys. Excuse me that I don't read the comments every moment you post them, but because I'm also focusing on the market analysis, you cannot keep this position on. Jenny said you cannot keep this position on pound US dollar with this small stop loss. I think, especially today, yes. Guys, the reason I traded, I put a pending order on the pound US dollar, just so you learn, it's because if you go down to the lower time frames, you're going to see a swing there. If you go to a 5-minute chart or 15-minute chart, you're going to see a kind of swing, and it's the breakout to the upside of that swing. But on the daily chart, I can see it from the close of the candle. All right, and that order should be canceled. If it's not going to get triggered today, it should be canceled, and that's it. I mean, it's a daily chart. On a daily chart, I usually trade candlestick price action, not areas. So that's the way to trade that candlestick based, in my opinion. Next one, sorry, we didn't go through the USD JPY. This is the daily chart. Maybe another early development of a head and shoulder reversal pattern. So this is the head, this is the left shoulder, this is the right shoulder, and that's the neckline. If the price breaks below the neckline, we have this area of, let me measure, it's about 400 pips. And really, it coincides with this low point here. So if we're going to see the break to the downside, definitely we will be looking to trade it short. We have direction until this area of support. Now, do we trade it to the short side on the daily chart? And the answer is absolutely no. We can trade it also on the 1 hour chart, 15-minute chart, as long as the higher time frame provided us with a direction we would like to trade, and we have clarity of there is a high probability the price move to the downside, then we can go into the lower time frame, into our time frame we execute, if it's not the daily chart, and we can take only the short signals or the sell signals. That's what you can get. That's the value you get from analyzing the higher time frames. US dollar, Canadian dollar, as you remember, I initiated a few days ago buy limit order at this point here based on this double bottom formation and double bottom bullish reversal divergences or positive divergences on the RSI and on the MACD indicators. Strong sign from the market, and I will be looking to target this area here if the price continues to the upside. Euro JPY, that's a nice break of this structure here. This low is lower than this low here, and now we have a new low on the price. So for daily chart traders, we do have, that's a very steep trend line. I don't like a steep trend lines because the market can follow a shallow retracement, but we're going to see it on the price action. What I would like to point out, traders, here is that market now is on the fall. So we can be patient, and or if you want to go to 1 hour chart or lower time frames, we can try to find retracements and then to start selling. We can sell the retracement as per our strategy. I share the strategy numerous times with you. If you want, you can send me an email. I can share it to those who are new here and all those who haven't received it yet. HV, welcome. It's been a while to see you around. Whoa. And I was wondering, who is trading the Nasdaq? Who is trading the Nasdaq now? I'm joking. So yes, bearish on this one. We wait for some entries to sell it on the daily chart, or if you are trading 30 minutes, 15 minutes, 1 hour chart, that's a very, very nice pattern, guys. We have this break of structure, then we can use our FIB tool. We wait for the price. Remember, we wait for the price to put a reversal candlestick. And when we see the reversal, then we draw at the lowest point the FIB retracement. And we'll be waiting for the price to retrace somewhere between 50 and 61.8%. And either we can use sell limit orders at these areas with our stop loss a bit aggressively above the 76.4, and we target the recent swing low. That is going to give us, if we use it from the 61.8%, with a stop loss just above the 76.4, it's going to give us about 3.5% reward to risk, 3 to 1, in other words. So next one, it's the pound. Not a strong, any sign of strong weakness on the pound because we don't see any break of this low here. If we're going to see a break of this low here, and then we will start looking to sell it. But for now, strong weakness is on the euro. Australian dollar, Japanese yen, in this retracement, are very tricky with this one. I would like to, based on the weekly chart, as a daily chart trader, for me, the weekly chart, it's in a downtrend, okay? Lower highs and lower lows. So on the daily chart, I should be looking to sell it. But I didn't get involved with that one. I'm already exposed in many currency pairs. That's why I wouldn't like to initiate more positions. Same with the New Zealand dollar and the Japanese yen. We are in this uptrend technically. As you can see, the market makes higher highs and higher lows. So we will see if the price is going to come somewhere here and stop and reverse. We will start looking for longs. On this one, I might get stopped out. I entered the market long at this point here. That's the Swiss Japanese yen based on this candle price action pattern that I validated as a strong support. The market now is pushing lower. If it gets my stop loss, it got my stop loss. Now, here it's a good thing for you traders. It's a good way to not interact with your stop losses because sometimes the market just stops and reverses. Okay, there are other times, yes, it takes our stop loss, but the reason we use the stop loss is to manage our risk. I will come back to the currencies in a while. Let's check the DAX for some setups for today. Actually, I want to move it next to the gold. So all white here. And our levels. Now, DAX, 15 minutes, 5 minutes. I will put a sell stop order below the low of this candle. That's what I like to see day in and day out. Before 5 or 10 minutes before the London Open, I would like to see a reversal candle to confirm the swing low. Now we have a confirmed swing low. It's like the market, if it's going to push and take this order, most likely it's going to do it with a strong momentum, and that's going to allow us for some profits. FTSE head and shoulders 4 hours. All righty. Let's check the 1 minute chart though. 1 minute chart. Here is the swing that broke to the upside. I will keep bearish bias today on the market. I wouldn't like to buy it from this point. Okay, I would prefer to be a seller. So here it is. I'm waiting to see if the market is gonna break below this swing. Let's check the gold very quickly. 5 minute charts. It's on the upside here. I'm gonna place a sell stop on the gold here, going for. Yesterday we had a good trade on the gold at the end, so hopefully we can get some out of this today. There is also a nice swing on the 1 minute chart that I will go for a buy stop on the gold again, and change the background. So Here is the gold. I have a sell stop, DAX. I have a sell stop. Market is pushing higher. On the 5-minute chart, is trying to break above this high. I will maintain my thoughts about lower prices on the DAX. I wouldn't like to buy at this high here for this breakout. I don't know, guys, if you like to trade this breakout, it's up to you. Not my style. Okay, we got filled on the gold trade. Let's see if we're gonna get 10 pips out of the market today. We can call it for the day. So I cancel the buy stop order. Let's see the DAX trying to push higher. If you guys took a breakout on the DAX here, you should have made 10 pips so far. Oh, almost. Target reached on DAX plus 30. Where did you enter and you make plus 30? Market order. If you went on market order, yes, you made plus 30. Awesome. Well done, Anish. So it looks like the DAX break to the upside. WTI on the daily chart, it's bearish engulfing here, came at this area of inside resistance, so it's a good for short. So some comments. Rumen, FTSE with head and shoulder pattern on the 4-hour. Let's check the FTSE. FTSE 4-hour head and shoulder pattern. Okay, let's use the lines. To have a head and shoulder pattern, we must have, if we say that that's the head, left shoulder, right shoulder, the neckline, lower lows. Yes, we can say that it's a head and shoulder pattern. Now, what's the tricky part with the head and shoulder pattern? Head and shoulder pattern, it's a top reversal pattern. Now, the market is already moved to the downside. It looks like the market wants to bottom here. A head and shoulder pattern at the bottom, most of the times it works like a reversal pattern. So we don't pay that much of attention to the pattern. It's good that you pointed out, and thank you so much for pointing it out very carefully. That was great. But because it's a tricky pattern when we identified it at the bottom or during the development of the trend, we have to be very suspicious for any signal that will invalidate this pattern. All right. Sorry, let's go back to the DAX. DAX is swinging here. So I will cancel the sell order on the DAX. It didn't go trigger. It broke to the upside. Let it be. I'm still on the gold trade. I would like to see if I can get about 10 pips from the gold this morning. It's like both directions. Yeah, Henry Obi. The reason I do it in both directions is purely for scalping at the open. That's all. All right. It's not a position trading, and thank you for pointing out, but that's not a position trading. It's purely scalping, and it's either break to the upside and move 10 points or 10 pips, break to the downside on a breakout at the London Open and give 10 pips. That's simply as it is. That's the strategy. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think we have to wrap up for today. Keep an eye on the gold. If you sold it, it moves nicely. It make a new low now. We are on the 5 pips profit. If it's going to give us 10 pips, or when you decide that that's enough for you, please act accordingly. So, again, it was a privilege and honor to host this webinar for you guys. Thank you so much for your support. We really appreciate you. Happy trading today, and I look forward to see you tomorrow at the same time. If you need anything, please remember Telegram. It's a great way to communicate and to post any chart under the live trading session post. I will leave you for now, and I will see you tomorrow. Thank you so much.